Hello and welcome to Cars at 100, and on today's review I have a nice Mazda. This is 2021 CX-9 with touring package. So we're gonna look at this car from the outside, go inside and check out some of the features on the window sticker. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into it. Okay, let's check out this car from the outside first. As you can see here, you have this very nice large grille. Compared to CX-5 that I reviewed recently, this is a little bit different design, but as you can see, they are very similar. And it's hard to distinguish between them if you don't look closely. You have the nice LED front lights as well here, as you can see, the xenons, and you have the fog lights as well over there, which are also LED. You have the bumper, kind of a, parking sensors there as well, and you have adaptive cruise control housed in this Mazda logo. But overall, as you can see, it's really kind of a sharp looking design. This is a different Japanese design, and these wheels, which are in size 255 60 R18, so these are pretty large wheels, and these are 18-inch rims as well. And the tire is Yokohama. It is all around same in this car. And as you can see, if we go around, this kind of a chrome trim kind of adds to the luxury aspect of this car. It is unique in terms of the design of the chrome that is integrated in the lights as well here, and you have LED rear tail lights as well, CX-9 logo, all-wheel drive, and you have Sky Active G, which Mazda kind of Bose, because it's their technology which saves you fuel, but at the same time gives you some peppiness in terms of the driving. It's really nice. You have two real exhaust pipes there, and for this four-cylinder car. But as we go around, you have this a very nice large feel for this car. If we would compare this to the BMW X4 or Jeep Grand Cherokee, as you can see there, cars, this car is right in the middle in terms of the design, and I would say the size as well. And as you can see here, this is pretty big compared to the Grand Cherokee, and it's a little bit longer, a little bit roomier inside. But Grand Cherokee is also a pretty big car, so you can have the comparison here in terms of the size. But overall, it's a nice car. Let's check out this car on the inside. In order to enter this beautiful Mazda CX-9, we have this nice key fob here, and we have buttons on the side. You have lock, unlock, hold for trunk release, and hold for panic. And we can keep this key fob in our pocket, because this car comes with keyless entry, keyless go, so we can lock the car from the outside as well with this rubberized button here, and we can unlock it basically with the same button. And just like this, we will open this CX-9, and as you can see, the materials on this door cards are really nice. You have this piano black finish, you have the chrome on top of that, and you have automatic up and down on all four sides of the windows in terms of the controls. And you have here lock and lock, of course, and you have the side mirror controls, as well as the nice trim here for the chrome door opener handle, as well as the this dark gray finish on this plastic, which is really nice as well. Kind of a soft touch materials everywhere, and you have the abundance of different types of mixed materials here. You have a Bose optional sound system that comes on this car as well, and you have the speaker here as well as the tweeter up there on the dash, and you have nice and big book pocket here, as well as the big bottle holder here. No door sills here, but you have the specific Mazda door sills is just a regular plastic scuff kind of a plate here, plastic durable feel, and you have nice floor mats as well, CX-9 logo on them, and they're pretty plush, they're really comfortable. Overall, you have the pedals here, and I would say in terms of these seats, if we talk about these seats, these are leather seats, really nice seats. You have a perforation, you have bolstering, and you have a top bolstering as well. Overall, very comfortable seats, and you have automatic controls for the seats here as well. very roomy entrance. And like I mentioned on other cars, when this section is covered, your jeans or your dress will not get basically dirty, because this is covered, this section, because this usually gets dirty. Some cars have it up to here when door opens, and this section is still open, but most of the cars lately been having this as a comfortable feature in terms of the convenience. But overall it's really good in terms of the entrance. Here is pretty roomy, very large. This is the biggest SUV offered by Mazda, and it really shows. If we jump inside, as you can see here, very nice solid feel on the door, very premium feel when you close this door. In terms of the quality, a lot of quality in the Mazda cars lately. I've been reviewing them for a while now, and throughout the years they have been really implementing a very good design in terms of the Japanese, different approach for the Japanese design compared to Lexus, compared to Toyota, Honda. Japanese market is flooded with Japanese cars, and market is flooded with these Japanese cars, but overall you get the different designs, and that's what really gets you, and that's how they want you to distinguish between them. But you don't have a digital speedometer here, except this part here, which I will show you. And speaking of that, let's start the car, and just like this turbo engine roars to life, and it's one of the best engines out there on the market. It's really efficient, really nice, really sporty, and you get a very good peppy feel for this engine. In terms of the fuel economy, as you can see there, it's average 18.3, and I will show you windows to get a little bit later. But overall you have this nice kind of a regular circle in terms of the steering wheel. You don't have the flat bottom here, and it's really comfortable in your hand. This is a little bit rough leather, but it feels very comfortable at the same time, and it's very supportive. Overall you have 10 and 2 notches here. Of course, you have a nice Mazda logo in the middle, and quality is here. Very basically very how to say, specifically a very detailed car in terms of the design, and in terms of how this car makes you feel, in terms of the stitching, everything. It really is nicer car compared to the some of the regular cars out there on the market. This is a really kind of a special and a not expensive car at the same time. You have the media controls here on the left of the steering wheel, and you have a adaptive cruise control options on the right of the steering wheel, as well as the Bluetooth controls, and overall you have a nice design here for this. No paddle shifters, which is kind of a unique thing. A lot of cars get the paddle shifters. I guess you can get them on the upper trims. The signature version of these cars is really hand stitched leather and really nice, even more upscale interior than, as you can see here. Overall you have this climate control options here, nicely laid out. This trim and everything feels very kind of I could really compare this to Audi in terms of the design and how this car is in terms of the quality. It's really good, and it's a big plus for this car compared to the other Japanese automakers out there, and they're really trying now to really bring these cars to real fruition of quality. You have the controls here to control that infotainment screen, which is pretty big. As you can see, it is nice touch screen, but it would be nice if it was, I'll be honest with you, because in nowadays a touch screen is something that is, you have to give people ability to have the touch screen, ability to control it here, voice, from the steering wheel. It would be comfortable. It's just normal in nowadays. But this car doesn't have touch screen, so for you, for those who really want that, maybe you can look elsewhere. But otherwise this car is really good. You have here the button to control the different ability of this car's behavior. So if you go into sport mode, it's going to be a little bit more sensitive in terms of the throttle input, and the gears will be held with this transmission, which is automatic transmission, which is really good. You have a backup camera, which is also would be nice if it was all the way, but it's pretty good in terms of the resolution, which is really nice. And you have Options here for the auto hold, which is on the traffic light. You can just press this and it will hold your brake instead of you holding it on your foot on the brake, which is really nice in terms of the quality of, like, I guess, you know, convenience. Mazda really gives you that. You have the controls for the volume and you know, on and off button here, which is kind of a different, kind of reminds me of Alfa Romeo cars as well, and some cars do that. In terms of the climate control options, like I mentioned, you have automatic climate control options, dual zone, and you have a third row in this car, but you have a second row kind of a climate control options there, which I will show you a little bit later. In terms of the storage, you have this wireless charger here, of course, that is really nice. You can turn it on and turn it off. But this is a very welcoming feature right now, especially in 2021. You have two cup holders here, which are medium-sized cup holders. You have option here for the storage, which kind of includes your two USB options, two USB Type A options. There is no Type C, which is important to have nowadays, especially with the more upper scale and kind of a more flagship phones that require Type C connection instead of just a Type A. You have some safety options here on the left of the steering wheel as well, and I really like this design of this. You know, overall this car really feels nice. You have the soft touch upper dash here. Also, you can get the Bose optional sound system in this car, which this car has, and you have an auto dimming rear view mirror. No panoramic sunroof, you just have sunroof here, which is kind of, you can open it, of course, and you have two-tone kind of interior. You have a lighter upper interior and lower interior is darker, which would be nice if it was the same color. You have here options for the glove box as well, which is pretty roomy, and overall I would say it's a very kind of a all-around car. Okay, I have a window sticker here as well, so you can check out some of the features, standard and optional equipment that comes on this car. You can pause the video at any second to check them out. And as you can see here, the car and this review is $37,650. And final assembly point for this car is Hiroshima, Japan. It's engineered in Japan and built in Japan. 23 miles per gallon combined, 20 in the city, 26 on the highway. And the color for this car is deep crystal blue mica. And 2021 Mazda CX-9 with touring and premium package as well. Let's check out the back seats. In order to enter the back seats, you don't have a keyless entry into the back seats, which would be nice, but you don't get that here, so I have to open the car manually in order to enter the back. And it's okay, it's normal to have cars like this, and I guess you have the same, you know, materials here, and you have a same Bose speaker here on the back doors as well. You have the option here to close this kind of a, you know, curtain to have more privacy on the back seats, and I would always keep this kind of on at night, I guess, or if you can take it off during the day to have more daylight. If we jump inside, as you can see here, you have the captain chair option seats. You can get this option as well. This is a optional equipment for this car. You have two cup holders here, and as you can see here, this is the climate control options that you have for the rear passengers. You have two vents here as well. You have two pockets here on each seat, front seat, which is kind of unique and different. And you have this light kind of a beige interior for this car, kind of goes together with the light of the upper kind of interior, kind of goes together with the two different colors, and you have a dark blue color on the outside as well. But overall it's really nice, and you have this pass-through to go to the third row, which is quite comfortable as well. As you can see right now on the third row, and my feet are rubbing against the second row. But what's interesting is I'm 6 feet tall and I'm almost touching the ceiling, which is very interesting for the third row. I'm kind of surprised in terms of the space here for the head, and I would say that it's better than most of the cars on the market. You have 2 USB options here to charge your phones as well, and you have speakers here as well from the Bose sound system. Overall, you can also fold these seats, third row seats, to have more cargo space, which, speaking of that, let's check out the trunk space. To open the trunk, you have the button right under the logo, and it's automatic, as you can see. We can fold these seats down just like this, and you know, you have a little bit more room for your trunk here, as you can see. So it's because of the third row seats, you have plenty of trunk space here, as well as under the floor of the trunk as well, as you can see there. And you have some storage on the side of this trunk as well, which is really useful, you know. But overall, I would say it's a pretty roomy trunk. It would be nice if it was a little bit lower in terms of the height, but it's comfortable to load things up. Let's check out what's under the hood. I hope you enjoyed today's review of this 2021 Mazda CX-9 Touring with premium package. If you have any questions about this particular car, please leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.